identity, democracy, freedom of speech. Vice-President Vance was discussing something deeper. Priorities have been misplaced, especially due to ruling classes and mainstream media that imported and replicated in the whole continent the most reckless theories of American liberal leftism. These are the same elites who were recently outraged by J.D. Vance's speech in Munich, in which the Vice President rightly stated that before discussing security, we must know what we are defending. He wasn't talking about tariffs or trade balances on which we will each defend our interests while preserving our friendship. We don't need to say how interconnected our economies are and how the unpredictable results of a trade clash would play into the hands of other great powers. Vice President Vance was discussing something deeper: identity, democracy, freedom of speech. In short, Europe's historic role and mission. Many pretended to be outraged, calling for European pride against an American daring to lecture us. But let me tell you, as someone who is proud to be European, first, if those who were outraged had shown the same pride when Europe lost its strategic autonomy, tying its economy to autocratic regimes, or when European borders and our way of life were threatened by mass illegal migration, now we would live in a stronger Europe. Second, these ideas are not new for many of us. Brave European leaders have been saying this for a long time. I've said them many times before, even from the CPAC stage, urging Europe to rediscover its true and deepest soul, which has been sacrificed on the altar of wokeness, bureaucracy, and mercantilism. These are common sense ideas, now shared by a majority of European citizens, as election results have shown. So Europe is far from lost, and it will never be lost as long as conservatives remain in the fight. There is a growing awareness. There is a growing awareness in Europe that security is now the top priority. You cannot defend your freedom if you lack the means or the courage to do so. Throughout history, Europeans and Americans have shown they are hearers to Pericles' words. Happiness depends on freedom, and freedom depends on courage. We proved this when we stopped invasions, won our independences, and overthrew dictators. And we have done it together the last 3 years in Ukraine, where a proud people fight for their freedom against brutal aggression. And we must continue today, working together for a just and lasting peace, a peace that can only be built with the contribution of all, but above all, with strong leaderships. And I know that with Donald Trump leading the United States, we will never again see the disaster we saw in Afghanistan 4 years ago.